Hey, my love bug. So listen, I have some really powerful messages that I want to get for you guys from my Empowered Empath, Elemental Empath deck. But I call it Empowered Empath because it's so important as empaths that we learn how to yield our energy, how to yield is really the word that I want, but I want to say a different word. But what I mean is knowing how to direct our energy in the right direction, right? Into the right people, into the right situations, all of that good stuff. So if you are suffering from compassion fatigue, or you're just learning how to put steeper boundaries in place with you're going to love this message. All right. So this week we are getting into compassion. So with compassion, you see at the top, it is a water element. Okay. And I love this. Now look at her. She is just allowing, I would say the Holy Spirit to just drop knowledge into her third eye, right? She's sitting by the water. She's so calm. And it talks about compassion for yourself and others, learning how to soften your heart, be gentle, and see the good, right? So we're going to focus on both the blocks or the shadow aspect as well as the light aspect of this compassion energy. Okay, so compassion, soften. With so much anger and hate in the world, it is sometimes hard to remember or even be willing to be soft. Very true. This card is your invitation to be kind and compassionate towards yourself and others. See the good instead of the bad. Notice ways in which you or others are doing well instead of seeing only the failures and shortcomings. Okay? Create a positive environment where you can extend gratitude and joy around you. And sometimes we're not always in a situation where there is a lot of compassion around us, right? So we have to kind of build that gratitude and joy around us. We have to be able to, in the midst of a crazy situation, still see the brighter side of things, still find things to make us happy, even though we may be in a situation that is not ideal, right? We have to learn how to create that. And if you look at that energy around her, we have to learn how to create an energy around us that sometimes we have to be enveloped in our own energy, right? So that we can get through things that typically would affect us. We're basically building a force field around our energy and our aura, right? That is also a part of being compassionate for yourself. All right, so let's get a little bit more into it. So this card also comes to tap you into universal love. Oh my God, we just got done talking about it. So listen, this card is here to call you to tap into the universal love that's all around you. So I literally just said learning how to basically build a force field around your aura. This love invites you to see the light in everything, including ourselves. It helps us to see a bird's eye view of what is happening in our lives and in the world, to have compassion for the pain and suffering of others without getting bogged down in it, right? And as a professional who has been in the field that requires a lot from you energetically, requires a lot from you emotionally. When I didn't understand energy and all that kind of stuff, I knew it required a lot from me emotionally, right? And there's a thing called compassion fatigue in the mental health field, right? So we are learning to balance out being compassionate about ourselves, right? Being compassionate for others and not allowing our compassion to get us all bogged down, okay? So empathy is very important. Empathy is a very important part of this card, which I've already said that. See how hard it is to see others trying. Empathy is a very important part of this card. It is an invitation to thaw the ice and not be so harsh. See how hard you and others are trying, even if it doesn't seem like it. We are all doing the best we can, and compassion invites more love and healing into the world. If the time is right, open your heart. If the time isn't, see, that's that balance. Don't force yourself to love or try to love when the emotions are not there first, okay? Let's see. Okay, so lastly, This card cautions you against having so much compassion that you try to take on the pain of others because you think they can't handle it. Trying to take on the pain of others only hurts you in the long run, as you aren't meant to carry the energy of other people. It also won't help them heal on their journey. I love that. You are trying to take away the pain that they need in order to process and integrate onto their journey. As difficult as it is, allow others to have their own emotional experiences, have compassion, and provide support where you can, but don't feel the need to take all of their pain. Potential blocks. So there's 2 potential blocks that we want to be examining as we are getting the energy of self-compassion and compassion for others. The first block is being hurt and jaded to the point that you can't have compassion for others, okay? So you've been hurt and opening yourself up to others is hard. If this is you, there may be some emotion within that need there may be some emotions within that you need to tend to. You might need time to grieve the past. When you are ready, open yourself to the possibilities that there could be good in yourself and others. You don't need to believe it just yet. Invite a maybe, and it'll just open the door, okay? The second type of blockage is that could arise is being too compassionate to the point of being unable to stand up for yourself or becoming a doormat. You are allowed to set boundaries, be firm, and call out when people are overstepping. An exercise for you, and I'm going to get out of here. This is what we want to practice. Seeing people as little children, especially yourself. When you or they fall short, imagine a child throwing a temper tantrum, crying when they scrape their knee, or acting out when they need some attention. And don't know how to crying out whenever they scrape their knee or acting out whenever they need some attention and they don't know how to vocalize their needs. It is so much easier to have compassion for a child, and in the end, many of us are operating from the place of a hurt child. So let's get to it. So yes, you guys, we want to be making sure that we are balancing out our self-compassion and our compassion for others, and just taking that time to be soft, right? Look how much just look at her. She's being soft, and so much is just being poured into her and through her. So yeah, you guys, so that's all I got for y'all. This is from my Elemental Empath deck. I just felt led to bring you guys some messages, so be looking for some more messages this week from the Elemental Empath deck. If it's your first time here, make sure you click all my buttons, share this video with your friends, save it, and when you need a little pick-me-up, follow me on all my social medias. Check out the link in my bio. Crowned Again lives at the link in my bio. A Goddess's Return from Narcissistic Abuse. And that's all I got for you guys. Remember, I love you. Peace.